Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to another episode of No Free Game Podcast. I am your humble, gracious host. And to my right, you know what? I'm actually not, I'm okay with you being a 49ers fan, but at least you wore a good jersey. That's a good jersey. I will accept your behavior today because that's a good jersey.
I'm flustered.
we got the big shoe show with me. Let's get some claps.
Good to be back, King.
Oh man, and today is a special day.
Yes, it is.
We have a extremely talented person. I mean, we get talented people on here. We get people who do cool things, but I've refrained from doing artists for the most part because I've spoken to a lot of artists.
Okay.
And a lot of artists aren't fun to speak to. But luckily, we have one of the very few who is fun to speak to. We got Grandview in the building. Let's get some motherfucking claps and noise.
It's a different feel with this one. It's a different feel.
What an intro, man. Thank you. I appreciate, coming on. The last conversation we had was so great. I'm so excited to continue that. And what 49ers jersey are you wearing?
Jerry Rice, the all-time great wide receiver, Jerry Rice. The best ever.
Yeah, 100%. I can see why that's an acceptable jersey. I think, when someone's that good, no matter what allegiance you have to a team, you have to recognize the greatness. So I agree with you. It's an amazing jersey.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Because, and you have to understand, this man next to me likes to wear the most outrageous things possible. So for him to be wearing a Jerry Rice jersey is, for me, today's going to be a good day. I think
it was laundry day.
I think it's a sign of the times. But before we dive in, have too much fun. For those of you who have not heard of Grandview, that's unfortunate. Clearly, you haven't been up on your music game these days, but that's okay. Because we have Grandview here himself to give you a little bit more about him. So please, Mr. Grandview, just give the people a little bit of background on you, who you are, why you are so talented, and please do not be bashful on my show because we like arrogance.
Yeah, we like to be boastful. And we're boastful. Yeah. So start it off, brother.
And I appreciate it, man. I'll speak pretty firm. I'm a confident guy, but yeah, my name is Grandview. I'm from Venice Beach, California. I've been making music full time for the last 3 years. Dropped my first mixtape in February of this year. Time is on our side. Team Grandview, when you guys see this, I love you guys. You guys are incredible. And yeah, man, I headlined my first show actually on August 16th. My birthday is August 15th, so I headlined my first show August 16th. Yeah, it was at the Mint LA in Hollywood, and that was a really big moment. So
I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but my birthday is the 16th.
Yo, man, what's up?
Shout out to my Leo brethren. Let's get some claps going. Shout out to my Leo brethren. I knew I liked this guy for a reason. Okay. I knew it.
Damn, man, happy belated.
Happy belated to you, good sir. Cheers to fucking that, huh?
Cheers to that. Good energy.
Yeah, cheers.
That's what we like. Cheers, man. Good fucking energy.
Yeah, and in about an hour, this will be different for the Eagles game, but right now we got water.
Woo! Yes, sir. Hey, we will get to the fun, but please continue.
Yeah, so I'm working on, this summer I dropped my first single for the year, which is The Autograph. Then I dropped 2 more, Gets Away, Martyr, and I'm gearing up to drop my new single, Freestyle All Night, featuring this incredible artist called Young Senju. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He's really making waves right now in the underground, and he's incredibly talented. And the record's actually, it's a very just good hip hop record, which is, I know that sounds very vague, but if you hear it, it just sounds very tight and very focused. So feeling great about that, man. And it's currently 95 in Venice, which never gets this hot. So I'm sweating, but I'm excited, man. I'm feeling great.
Yo, man, it's been hot everywhere. But let's get some fucking claps to Grandview again, man. Thank you for joining us. I started out the show by saying I really don't like to talk to artists because a lot of artists aren't interesting. But taking the time to but seriously, a lot of artists are unfortunately the same, right? They are. It's
like a template, almost like a cookie cutter
type. It is nowadays. Yeah. You are one of 3 types, right? You're a Aki Future. You're a Walmart version of Juice WRLD. or like you are
like designer,
or
on your
yeah,
phone in your car.
so for me, you know, the reason I do like Panda, the reason that I really wanted to do this interview was your music just doesn't sound like what's quote unquote mainstream, and I think even saying that is cliche in a sense. Like, you know, everybody's like, I don't want to hear. But like, twofold, right? Like, there are a lot of people who make underground music, which is like bad underground music, like really bad, like 1991 reject type of underground music. And then there's like the people who like make something fresh, something new. So I wanted to ask you, like, what is your musical motivation? Like, well, you know, why go the path that you did? Why don't you sound like an Aki Gunna?
Just like obviously my background. I have to speak about things that are authentic to myself. I think growing up, I grew up in such an incredible era of hip hop where, you know, it was the blog era. You guys probably grew up in that as well, where it was like, you know, it was Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake, Mac Miller, On Future, Logic, Big Sean. Like there's Chance the Rapper. There's such a wide variety of sounds that I think, you know, I see shades of myself in all those artists. And because the time period I grew up in was so diverse sonically, I think it's really bled into the music that I like to make. So when I'm making records, one, the beat has to be catchy and unique. I feel like if the beat can stand on its own, then the record will be good in general. So I think that's why my music might be, you know, unique to me, and I try to be unique. But I think in general, my music motivation is I just love expressing myself and creating things, like taking something from its infancy of just conception to, you know, seeing it out in the world is just like it's such a fulfilling thing, and you get addicted to that gratification of seeing something come to life. And I truly love it, man.
No, that's dope.
That's fire. So let me ask you, and this is something I wanted to ask because I don't know, Drew, if you saw Drake been dropping the 100 gigs joints.
I'm so overly stimulated. I had to remove myself.
But so again, but like that overstimulation, I think is everybody, right? Like, because nowadays you either get news every 30 seconds or a new this or a new that. So like you're fighting for so much attention. So for you in this new age of like trying to be an artist and like trying to make a name for yourself, how do you grab attention? Like, how do you take me away from a Trump article, then from some kid doing a backflip to a random bar fight on a bus,
the shock value of everything,
to like a new record? Like how do you pull away someone's attention nowadays to like listen to you?
You know, it's a really good question. I figured out like a formula that works for me, and it's, you know, it's exactly what you said. You're fed so much. First off, just like, let's just like make it like more focused, like just music in general. Like New Music Fridays, you are getting barraged by massive artists, niche artists, underground artists, everything in between. And so what I found is I've cultivated this, you know, niche and like really just devoted fan base. Every single person that follows me on TikTok, I DM them directly. I respond to every single comment. We have conversations in there. I do free giveaways where I send people hats. I send people signed CDs, and what this has done is when I show up on their feed, they're not like, they don't look at me as like this artist they like. They're like, oh, that's my fucking guy. Like, that's my friend. Like, let me support this guy. And I made them connect with the person, because to me, that's the only way you're going to stand out. You have to make them care about, you know, they have to feel like when you win, like when they see me win, hopefully they feel like they've won. And I feel like that connection is what makes people, because like back, like, you know, Dreamville, think about Dreamville or TDE, like you fell in love with like the story of J. Cole and Kendrick, and you saw yourself in those, you know, songs that they wrote, or in just the journey of that. So I feel like because it wasn't as saturated back then, you could find something and latch onto it. But I think now you have to make a focus of like presenting your personality and really connecting with them on a one-on-one level.
Very personal. You want to make that connection. I was explaining that. It's selling yourself, but also what it is the idea, right? That you want people not to, it's acceptance. Like, yo, when they hear you, it's, oh, he understands me. It's that thing. So that just sparked my mind, King, this question. So the artists you named were actual artists. You named the Aki ones, right? The one you were like, everybody wants to be a cookie cutter idea of other artists because it's a bag. But what made you decide, like, okay, I love hip hop, and you name those artists because you sound like a student of a game that was like, I want to get my message out there. To not because it's easy to chase a bag. Those guys don't think about it.
Right.
That's why we understand it's that cookie cutter shit.
Right. It's very easy to try to make a TikTok song.
Yeah. So what kept you out of that? Like you were like, no, because to do that now, especially with that overly stimulated genre, you know.
Yeah. That's also a really good question. I think it's just the music that I fell in love with. Was like I naturally gravitate towards lyrical music, just in any genre, or just very emotional music. So I think a lot of times when you're like starting to make music, you emulate the people that you love. And because I look up to a Logic, or, you know, again, like a J. Cole or Mac Miller, or, you know, Tyler, the Creator, you kind of see yourself, like you watch their interviews and you see how their mind works, and you kind of like emulate that, and then it becomes part of your character. So I think it's like, you know, it's kind of like, think about it like, you know, it's your role model. Like you give a great role model in your life, you have a great father, you have a great coach, you have a great anything. You kind of learn those values. And I think that's because I learned the values of specific artists. And I think it's just like the taste, and it's different for everyone. You know, I think it's not so black and white. I think, you know, all shades of artists have incredible things to teach. But I think the ones that I look up to are so focused, kind of like what you said, on like relatable music and like being a real artist in person. So I think that's where that comes into play.
So this is, again, the people are gonna get to know you today. They're gonna know you, the man. They're gonna know you, the artist. We're gonna dive in. So what is your process when it comes to making music, right? So like, for example, when the few people that know, when I was making music, I was always someone who wrote their lyrics first, right? I did my lyrics, and then once I got like the idea of what I was trying to say, then I'll start working on the hook. But and that was early on. And as I started going about it, I don't want to say I kind of switched, but I kind of went into more of a, like, all right, let me try to lay down a melody for this hook with just some humming or whatever. And then once I got that down, let me try to go from there. So, like, what is your process when it comes to writing music?
You know, it's so funny. I had the same journey as you, where, like, in the beginning, I was, you know, so focused on lyrics that I would just write, and then you try and find a beat that would match, and then my flow would be way off because I'm like, what am I rhyming off? So like, when, you know, I think what you said, the second half is, right now I find an instrumental, and I'm really picky. I listen to like 100 beats like before I find one, truthfully, and the beat has to literally hook me in like the first 3 seconds. And so I find the beat, and then from there I'll start like mumbling stuff, and then you kind of figure out what flow would sound best to someone's ear, like what rhythm, what pocket. And then once you kind of find the rhythm and flow, then I'll start putting in lyrics, put the lyrics in. I'll do the verses first, and then I'll do the hook, and then record it. And then in the studio, you're kind of like a mad scientist, and you just fucking throw anything on the wall. We'll tweak anything, we'll put effects on anything, and once we're all satisfied with the project, you know, that's just the beginning. Then there's like the whole, you know, marketing aspect of it. But just the song creation, that's kind of my flow with it. And it's funny, I had the same journey as you with it. You know, it makes sense.
Yeah, yo, and honestly, even me, like, I was a psychopath. Like, after I was done,
you still are.
No, you're, because like the biggest thing that I had to learn was like, get out of your own way, in the sense of like, I was so hard on myself and like, nah, this has to sound like that, or this has to be that. That like, once I learned like, let me just see what happens. Like, I don't even know.
In you, right?
It ended up being like the records that like I was mad about, or just like, that ended up doing, you know, the best.
The numbers.
Right. It ended up being the one that actually went kind of far. So, I always find it interesting, like learning or hearing about people's process, because when you kind of start doing it, like you don't really know what the fuck to do. Like, there is no, like, you don't get like a rule book, or like, so like, your homie don't be like, yo, by the way, like, this is how you write a hook.
What you feel, like he said,
like, and you don't even know, like, you don't even know. You just out there just doing it, and it's like you said, you know, you have 10 pages of fucking words, and then you play a beat like you love it. It's like, yo, this shit don't go nowhere, nothing with this fucking beat.
Like you guys said, like, it started here, then it got here. So, Grandview, I got a question. Do you have a muse? Do you use muses? Like, do you have a muse? It's like something is like, because when I used to rap as well, I might have to, you know, dust the microphone off. Not now.
We'll talk about, hey, brother, hey.
You know, he's getting my creative
We'll do
juices.
on the radar. We'll do on the radar.
Right. Eventually, I'll wear a mask if I botch it. But do you have a muse? Like, because you said when you put the beat on, I know that feeling. It's like with me, I used to tell my manager, I couldn't go into work until my spirit felt right. So when that beat comes on, it's like,
hey, his real life manager.
It didn't end well. It was a conversation with HR, you know, about spiritual shit, but we figured it out. So for you, your muse? Have you ever had one? Like when that beat comes on, that's what you feel. Like, do you have a? You're like, you know what? This is like your out. You dropped the
your Mona
album,
Lisa.
Your Mona Lisa. Then you know had that great show. Like, have you ever had one, or do you do those? Is that a thing for you?
That's such a unique question. I don't know if I've ever gotten that. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, I think for me, the muse, I think, is the therapeutic aspect of music. Like where when you're so honest in your writing, and then you create something, and like you listen back, and you're like, holy shit, I had no idea that I felt this way. I really view songs as time capsules where like, I listen to them and I'm like, holy shit, that's how I felt the day that I wrote that. So I think to me, it's that relationship right there. The muse is the therapy that comes with the writing, I would say. It's a really good question. I've never got that.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Cause artists, like you got like, cause you care about the artistry, and then that's a different level. It's a interpersonal thing. It's like you said, emotion. You're putting your emotions in that day. I like the time capsule, how he said that, King. That's a good way to put it. This song, this piece of art it's the moment that you guys have illustrated.
So with all that, right? Unfortunately, and I always say unfortunately, the music industry is a business, right? So first I'll ask you, how has it been and how was it for you to kind of get into that mindset of, I'm not just an artist anymore. I am also like, this is a business. Like this is my empire. Like what was that transition like for you? Because all of us go through it, right? Where we're like, oh, like, yo, I want to do this. And then it's like, after a while, it's like, oh shit, I really want to do this. And it's like, oh, wow, there's a lot of fucking moving parts that God knows how many moving parts just to go to a Rihanna record. So like how was that transition been for you?
You're like, I just want to make fucking dope shit. And then you realize that, hey, I actually need to get people to listen to this. And then, you figure out all the minutiae. So I think in 2021, I really started figuring out, like, all right, I upload a song to Spotify. How the fuck do I get people to listen to this? Sorry if I can curse. I hope I can curse.
Oh, of course you can.
Definitely.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But, how do I get people to listen to this? And then you figure out there's playlisting, and then you figure out that there's ads that you can run, and then you figure out, wow, like TikTok is this platform that naturally pushes you out to 250 people when you post. There's new people. And from there, you just kind of iterate and you figure it out. But it was a long process, and it's demoralizing because a lot of times you look at the day-to-day and you're like, I'm not making progress, and you kind of have to go macro and like be like, wow, look how far I am compared to here. But it was a sobering reality to realize that you putting out a song is just the start, because you work so hard on this record, and then it's just there's so much to it, and it's very expensive, but it's any business. Like you're investing in it. You're a startup. When you're an artist, you're a startup. So you have marketing channels, you have distribution, you have overhead of merchandise, you have people that you need to pay for publishing, for publicists, for managers. So artists really have to operate as a
business. You're your own business.
You're their own business, and it's tough, especially if you don't have an entrepreneurial mindset. Luckily, I do, so I'm kind of able to. I like the challenge of it, but it's a lot.
Do you give yourself grace though with all of that? You guys are artists, right? And then that piece of art is personal. It's an affection. Like, is it ever grace? For perfect example, like me and King go over this, and you said the numbers. So you're like, oh, you feel this record's dope, you love it. Because in that time capsule, you remember that time and you connect with it. Or when King did a piece and he connected with it, and then something you guys just throw out, it's like, oh, they like that. But where's the grace? Do you find time to give yourself grace? Like, look, remember it's a process. Just like when you first started and then you had a process for writing lyrics. Is there any grace that you would say, or advice for grace you would give artists from experience? You were like, okay, look, don't compare, because comparison, you guys typically take your own joy away. Do you find time to do that for yourself? Give yourself grace?
Yeah, when I was making this new album, in the beginning I was struggling with that really hard, where I would, I had this song called Deja Vu and Superpowers. That's two songs that fans really love. And, I'm constantly comparing, and then you fall in that trap. You're like, damn, do I just make another Deja Vu? Do I make another Superpowers? Because I know that they love this. the first single I dropped of the year was the Autograph, and it was really fucking different. It was like on like a Fred Against Flume type beat, me rapping my ass off with like a girl hook. So it was such a departure, and I loved it so much. But before I released it, I was so fucking scared because I'm like, what are the fans gonna think? And it ended up being one of my most like songs. But I've come, you know, the name of my next project is called Better with Time, and with that, there was a lot of pressure that I put on myself to one up myself. But I've found like grace in like being like, no, like just make whatever you want, because everyone liked the last mixtape. If you just do that again and you don't focus on manufacturing records, like it will happen again. So I actually really struggled with that in the beginning of the year, but I've gotten to a good point of what you said, like giving myself grace and allowing myself just to create.
That's fucking beautiful. Let's get some goddamn claps going.
Hell yeah.
All right, man. So it's time to have a little bit of fun.
Oh shit.
So since you are a hip hop head, we're gonna call this you can get with this or you can get with that. Ooh. Very simple game. I'll give you two names. Just gotta pick one. For whatever reason you want, you just gotta pick one. We'll come out right out the gate nice and hot. Kendrick or Drake?
Kendrick.
Ooh, so I kind of had a feeling that one's gonna be
West
Kendrick.
Coast.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm from LA. I'm from LA.
Yeah, I saw the West Coast in his eyes.
That was political.
Future or Young Thug?
Oh wow. Probably Future because of DS2.
DS2, the greatest trap album of all time. Look at some claps going.
Yeah,
DS2.
I have it on my wall. I have it on my wall over there.
Oh shit!
We have all the vinyls on the wall.
The greatest trap album of all time. I'm happy we agree on that one. Okay. Eminem, Mac Miller.
Ooh, damn, I'm gonna go Mac Miller actually.
Woo!
It's crazy.
Wow, that fucked me up because I wanted to say, right off the top, I wanted to say him in my head, but then I thought about it, I was like, I probably have more of a comparison with Mac, just like he's our age, it was our generation.
Yo, Mac's connection with people our age is
crazy. Exactly.
Yo, his that's why I was curious because like I was a big M fan growing up also, but like his like
Same.
you can give me a Mac Miller record and I can tell you exactly where I was. I was doing something illegal, but I can tell you exactly.
I felt like we grew with him because it was like the college years, like where I remember
he went from the rapper, like the straight up rapper to like a jazz musician to then he learned how to play every fucking instrument. Yeah, no, I agree.
Rest in peace, Mac.
Yeah, rest in peace, Mac, man.
Rest in peace, man. I have Circles. I have his posthumous album on there too.
This man knows good music.
That's a dope setup.
Okay,
great vibe.
So let's do Big Sean or J. Cole?
Ooh, J. Cole. Pretty easily for me. I like Sean though.
That
his new album was actually pretty good too.
Yeah, that may have been easy.
Does Sean not get his roses?
He does not. I agree.
Right? Okay, you know what? I'm actually gonna throw in Sean one more time because not getting roses gave me a good person. Big Sean or Wale?
I knew it.
Ooh, that's a better one. That's a good one.
Wow. This is actually called Battle of the Roses. How about that?
Oh, dude, I don't know. Oh my god.
What the hell?
Damn.
That was good.
I think I'm gonna go Wale.
Oh, I think so too.
Wale was my guy.
I think
Nike
so
boots?
too. I think so too. I think so too.
What? Yo.
I just like I think I like some of like Big Sean has more hits, but Wale I just feel like there's some of his records like that song "Beautiful Bliss" with him and J. Cole is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Yeah, no, that actually stumped me too because
Wale had that song with Gucci and Lady Gaga. Like Wale was my guy. I went to school in Delaware State, so I was right by.
Yeah, that's another one. The college era really fucking.
Big Sean or Wiz.
Well, I'll go Big Sean on that one probably. But I love Wiz.
So here's the thing about Wiz. Here's the thing about this is the thing about Wiz, and I'm stressed having to have this conversation because I was the biggest Wiz like I can't express to you how much Cushion Orange Juice changed my life. I think Cushion Orange Juice probably pushed me over the edge to start making music. But man, a lot of his actual albums stink. I hate Rolling Papers. I can't express how much I hate Rolling Papers. I fucking hate that record. I hate that album.
Why?
You know why? So leading up to the album, and now we're just going down a fucking rabbit hole. Leading up to that album, like he had dropped Cushion OJ. He was dropping I think Black and Yellow, the single had just dropped. Like
Rolling Papers was the debut album, right?
Burn After Rolling came out already. Like who he was going into that album. Like I really thought he was gonna take like the weed rap genre to like another fucking stratosphere. Like because I used to like Devin the Dude. Like I used to listen to a lot of like Smokey, like Smoke Dizza. Like I used to listen to a lot of like Smoke.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
I opened up for Devin the Dude in Sacramento.
Get the fuck out of here. Let's get some goddamn class for that. A goddamn independent legend.
Let's go.
Yeah. Sorry, go on. I saw you would like that. Yeah. He's the man.
So Wiz meant so much to me, and then Rolling Papers was like a Madonna album. Like it was the most pop fucking.
I would have called Wiz. Wiz was that for me too. How about this? I think is a great comparison. I think Wiz is the John Wall of hip hop.
Oh,
because remember, and also too. It was the connection of him and Currency. I don't think he gets his roses because people fail to realize. And I'm actually right now, my Serato is Cushion OJ. That was a generational. We're all around the same age, I believe. You're probably a little younger, maybe, right? So, but still, those artists.
I'm 29.
So 4 year gap, right? So now we're exactly.
Yo, John Wall for a hot minute was the culture.
And Wiz, it was like he went. So now, boom, you're in the same circle. So for those guys, and this is another question for him, who was the one that was like, yep, I'm gonna do it? Because it was like, I remember Wiz, and listening to that, I heard Cushion OJ, and it was like, that time is Wiz, French, Big Sean, Wale.
They were all dropping mixtapes.
Oh my God. Gucci, man, like that era was generation.
And they were going crazy.
Now it's like everybody's the same. They're also very vast, very different, right?
Even Meek.
So, oh man. So in that, who was it for you in that era of 08 to 12? I think that was probably the last time we got.
Damn, even like mixtape Travis was out there. That like rodeo
MGK. You couldn't tell me when I saw his 6'4" white dude rap. I was like, oh, this is, yes, we got it, because he's our age.
That's a good. Who was your favorite mixtape era? Who was your favorite mixtape era artist? That's
you're a hip hop student.
That's a very good question.
This is like this is my shit. I love this shit.
Let's go.
That's so tough though. I mean, Friday Night Lights is my favorite mixtape of all time by J. Cole. So like that mixtape is fucking
Lights Please is on there, right?
Lights Please is on the warm up.
Ah, okay. What's on Friday?
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I'm thinking, man, you guys are probably not gonna like this one that much, but Logic, I feel like he did this mixtape run with Young Sinatra.
The Young Sinatra run was nice. I don't, and I know Joe Budden made it cool to hate Logic. I don't dislike Logic at all.
That is mine. I just grew up on that shit.
I feel you. Logic is a name that doesn't get
really know why, right?
No. Logic can rap his ass off.
Yes.
I don't know the disconnect. There is a disconnect. There is a clear disconnect. I don't know quite, because like Russ almost has that disconnect, but I think Russ is a little bit, because there's a social media era. Russ knows how to play social media better. So I think people end up liking Russ the person a lot more, and that kind of, I like his music too, but like people end up liking him.
That's a good point.
I think you know what? Yeah, go ahead.
I think what it is like, it's kind of the biracial thing. He made that album that was just like the full focus of it, and I think like a lot of people, it's tough. I think it's tough for someone to like latch on to that. If someone's feeling like insecure, you don't want to see someone like feel insecure. And I love Logic. I'm just trying to like dissect it. I think it rubbed people the wrong way, and then also after that album, he had that hit song, and then he went like so mainstream, kind of like what you were saying with Wiz Khalifa, that like when he got introduced to this massive audience, he was making, in my opinion, the worst music of his career. So it's like,
different
when
audience.
you find out about him, you find out about him and you're like, why is this guy so big if he's making just like, you know, I hate saying this, like kind of generic pop rap. Like if I like listened to Logic in 2016 for the first time, I'd be like, well, I don't get it.
Yeah,
you know, I understand that.
And
good point. I didn't think about it like that.
I didn't think about it either because you're right. I had been heard of Logic. Like most of us, like really into hip hop, had been heard of Logic. And you're right. Once I think what was it, the Suicide Hotline record, the whatever that record was.
Yes, exactly.
Once that shit went crazy, and like more people like really like paid attention. Yeah, his shit was kind of doo doo.
Because it was like we could rap, and then it was like, then what's this?
I'm the biggest Logic guy, and it was not great music, truthfully. And like that didn't like he fell into that trap. Sadly, it happened, and he kind of messed up that moment. But I mean, he's human. His last album he made is actually incredible. Ultra 85 is like amazing. He's back to form with it, but and like I don't know, he'll never probably see this, but.
No. Yeah.
Actually, that was a bad run.
Yeah, let's keep our corporate ties here.
That was a bad run, though.
I'm uncomfortable regardless.
Let's keep our corporate ties here. We'll bleep out a couple names. But before we get off this topic, we gotta show our ladies some love. So, Nicki or Cardi?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a good one. I think hands down
For
it
me,
is
fine.
It's tough. It's tough. Just Nicki. I think Nicki has one of the greatest features ever with Monster.
Yeah, I know, and that's why it's fine.
That was the best verse.
Like, if we're gonna talk about features, Cardi's a better feature
100%.
artist than Nicki is.
Yeah, that's fair. She also has a Grammy.
That's
crazy.
Now we're gonna get into some shit we don't want to talk about. And, so we'll do one more for the ladies. Megan or what's her name? What?
Ice Spice.
No. Glorilla. There we go. Megan or Glorilla?
Corporately, we're
Glorilla. Megan or Glorilla?
I gotta be real. I haven't listened to enough of their music to give you a real opinion.
How about this? Okay. He's a student, and Lauren or Missy Elliott?
I didn't know who to compare Lauren to.
Lauren.
Yeah, that's why I didn't use Lauren.
Lauren's tough.
I know.
Lauren's too tough.
That's why I didn't have a name.
That album's.
How about Lauryn Hill is Tracy McGrady? I'm out.
Damn.
13 points in 13 points in 30 seconds. Yeah.
Because everything we saw was amazing. Then it was like, bro, you're done already?
Damn.
The Hot Pocket's still in the microwave, brother.
God.
He's done.
Damn.
Yeah,
right?
That's crazy.
And the good was so good.
It was like, he's in the hall. It wasn't you didn't even think about it.
What are we going to say, Grandview?
You didn't even think about it.
No, so really quick, I was going to say, if we keep on this, then do you guys agree that Hove is Michael Jordan, Drake is LeBron,
yes.
Curry is Kendrick, and Cole is J. Cole. Kevin Durant is J. Cole, because they're both kind of like
Kevin
loners.
Durant is J. Cole. I actually think Kevin Durant is J. Cole.
Could you say it again? Fuck. That's a mind.
So I agree. Hove is Jordan. I agree. Hove is Jordan. I agree. Drake is Braun. I agree.
Okay.
What was the other ones?
Let's just say Curry is Kendrick, because they both are just like so unique and one-of-one.
Is Kendrick. Curry is Kendrick. Curry is.
And then obviously Wayne is Kobe.
Wayne is Kobe is great. Wayne being Kobe is absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
I actually want to say Wayne
I can give
is Shaq.
I can give Curry as Kendrick.
I want to say Wayne is Shaq. He was the most dominant when you think about it. Because here's the thing: when you say the Jordan Kobe, I like it. Dig this. I feel like somewhere in that thing, Rakim would have to be Dr. Dre. I mean, Dr. J.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing the LeBron thing, I like the Hove is obviously Jordan, right?
Hove is Jordan,
but it's now entities in themselves because Wayne really wasn't corporate, but his dominance. Like when you think about his dominance, that's why I said
I can
Shaq.
see the Shaq. I can see the Shaq.
People, they act like he's chopped liver.
And Wayne's dominance era was dominant. Like Wayne's era.
Yeah, you would lose your mind if that beat came on. We would all just start.
The Wayne era was
crazy.
I can see the Shaq. But then who will be Kobe?
We're not thinking. Wow.
Nas?
I don't know.
No, he would be like Clyde Drexler or something.
Fuck out of here.
And then that is crazy.
Yo, Clyde Drexler was...
Top F.
Let's get some.
That's joking.
Oh my God! Well, there goes our corporate deal today. Let's go to Greece.
Oh man! All right. So listen, before we go, we gonna stop talking music for a second. We're recording this episode. This episode is gonna drop on Monday, but today is actually Friday. So we got the Eagles versus the Packers tonight. But besides that, football season has finally begun. Excuse me, some motherfucking claps going for that. So we have an array of football fans here with us today. I am a lonely, sad Patriot fan. It's another 3 in 100 season for us. To the right of me is Big Jew, who is wearing a respectable Jerry Rice jersey, as he is a big-time 49ers fan. And Mr. Grandview is one of the very, very, very rare former St. Louis and now LA Rams fan. Let's get some claps going for the LA Rams.
Yes. They're like Bigfoot. You know they're there. You might not see them.
I will say, so I said this. I said this off air as someone who lives in the New York City area. Unfortunately, and I say this with great, great sadness, unfortunately, I have to go to MetLife Stadium to watch football games. Whereas I have been to SoFi, and phew, that's a fucking stadium. But, boys, it's football season. Football has started. So how are we feeling about our teams? You guys can clearly see how I feel about mine. Grandview, you are our guest. How are you feeling about the LA Rams for the 2024-2025 season?
So first of all, even shout out to my boy Zach. His company actually built SoFi Stadium. They actually just built the Rams facility as well.
Oh my God!
Humble.
Get some motherfucking claps to Zach. God damn.
Zach.
Hey Zach, come on the show, Zach.
He's my boy. That's fucking you guys would love him. He is a character. We actually brought us on the field. I took the field goal in SoFi during COVID.
But, amazing.
I think for the Rams, I'm feeling pretty good. I think that we have a really great offense, but at the same time, I don't think we all understand what our defense is going to look like after losing Aaron Donald until we actually see them out there. But I truly think that we can make the NFC Championship. I don't know. I'm pretty bullish on that.
Spicy vibe.
Maybe. I mean, like, I was hoping Trent Williams and fucking Brandon Ayuk were just going to stay.
I was
gonna say
way longer.
Fucking scared.
I was going to say, as the reigning NFC champions, 49ers, how are you feeling now that you got your whole crew back? Is this Brock Purdy's year?
Very nervous. I feel like this. With us right now in these situations, it's red or blue pill. Because we just paid again and again and again. So now I already know we're going to be negative in the salary cap, right? So the division's about to change, and it's like, when's the time? So I'm like, it's either going to go really good or really bad. That's where I'm at right now. Ayuk got a ball. Injuries. But as well, you guys are in a division. Why doesn't Matt Stafford get talked about enough? He got the ring, he bought, and it's like, they're like the best quarterbacks. His numbers are kind of comparable to like Favre.
He's a Hall of Famer.
He's a famer.
Yeah, he's a famer.
Yeah, he is. He's great. He's the man. I think he could have an MVP season this year. Like we have the weapons, and he's great. And honestly, the thing about the 49ers is like one Christian McCaffrey injury is like dangerous, But I hope Purdy. I want to see Purdy really put it together for another full season. I love Purdy. I really want him to do well, but I want to see. I want to see it one more time before I really.
He can be Tom Brady or Vinny Testaverde.
Relax. Don't you dare use the GOAT's name in vain. Okay? There's only one person I'll allow to use the GOAT's name with, and his name is Mahomes. Okay? Outside of that, don't you ever goddamn compare Brock Purdy to Thomas Edward Brady.
I mean,
that man has a statue in all of Northeast America.
Well, you just told me his sainthood. I'm still taking Joe Namath.
Get the fuck out of here. All right, so before we go, all three of us will do it.
Let's go.
Early, no information, Super Bowl champions.
Oh.
Well, no, let's not even say champions. Who's going to be in the Super Bowl? Let's pick our 2 Super Bowl teams. Grandview, since you are a guest, you will go last because I'm going to clip the fuck out of this. So you will go last. Big Jew, you can go first. Who is your Super Bowl team? Teams.
I'm gonna. Let's start AFC. Let's go AFC. This is a wild take, but I'm going to say Dolphins. AFC.
Okay.
What?
I like to stir the pot.
Okay, the Dolphins. Okay.
And NFC, I'm gonna have to go with my Niners.
Okay. I mean, all right. A little bias there, but it's all right. The fucking Dolphins. All righty.
You guys would crush the Dolphins. In that game.
That's why he wants the Dolphins.
You see why it's kind of biased.
All right. So I am going to go from the NFC. I'm going to go the Green Bay Packers.
Ooh. I like
With a young Jordan Love. I'm going to go Green Bay. And from the AFC, I really, really, really don't want it to be the Chiefs, but it's going to be the Chiefs. Those are my 2: Packers versus Chiefs.
I didn't think you were gonna say that.
And I
saw Texans on your face.
Listen,
I saw Texans.
I have been a fan of Tom Brady since birth. I've learned never to bet against the GOAT. Patrick Mahomes right now is the GOAT. Sure. Do not bet against the GOAT. That is my only rule that I can give you, people. Mr. Grandview. It's all on you, my friend. Who are your Super Bowl teams?
Why do I feel like I'm on like first take and this is so important? I'm like, what? I think I'm gonna. Damn it! I think if I listen to my gut, I think I'm gonna go Lions Chiefs.
Woo! Detroit.
That's Detroit. Oh my God! They almost beat us.
And if it's not now, then when?
I know exactly.
If it's not, and exactly. I think they have the most games in domes through the year, and that's all golf play. So if it's not now,
and he's not chopped liver, they forgot about him. He was like what, a number 1 pick or something?
Well, I mean, they got Matt Stafford.
We traded him for Stafford.
Yeah, so I mean, it worked out for everybody.
It's one of the few win-win trades in history, I think.
100%, and both teams made out amazingly.
But why couldn't the Lions just rebuild the team with Stafford? I'm so confused.
Well, because the Lions didn't know what they were doing for 30 years. All right, man, before we go, Grandview, please tell the people where they can find you. Please tell them about the album. Tell them about the new single that we're going to make sure we play the record today. Please tell the people everything about you.
Yeah, you guys can find me everywhere on @Team Grandview. I call it Team Grandview because that's what I call my fan base. We're a team from top to bottom. When I win, they win. So Team Grandview on all socials. To find me on Spotify and Apple Music, please look up Grandview, all caps. My new song, Freestyle All Night, will be coming out September 27th, featuring Young Senju.
Ooh, let's go.
Grandview,
next show. Next show.
Oh, yes, next show. Any shows coming up soon?
No, I'm just finishing this album. I will be trying to do a show, though, in New York City by the end of the year, so I will let you guys know.
We will be motherfucking there. Let's get some goddamn claps to Grandview. Thank you again, my friend. Thank you again. Before we go, who you got tonight? Eagles, Packers.
Eagles fly, baby. My friend JT, my roommate.
Where is it? Where's the game? Is it Wisconsin?
It's in fucking Brazil.
No, it's in Brazil.
It's in Brazil.
Man, they're fucking sending they're playing in this town where you can't wear green, and they sent the Packers and the Eagles.
The two teams.
Oh, yes, I seen that shit. It was gang. This is real.
Yeah, it's gang life. Yeah, I think
it's fucking Grand Theft Auto. What gang is green?
The Eagles are going black. They're wearing black tonight because they can't wear green.
I think I'm gonna read.
Kind of tough, though, honestly.
I think I'm gonna stay home and read.
All right, man. We getting the fuck up out of here. Big Juice, sign us out, man.
No free game.